know that we have a lot in store for us coming up soon. We have orientation in a couple of weeks on June either 22nd or 24th, depending on the class. But I did want to get you started and tell you a little bit about the program and about myself so that you kind of know what's in store for you moving forward. So well, let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start with a little bit of an education on the valuation of a startup based on something big that's just happened, which is for many of you, this is your first time being in an incubator, and a lot of people don't really realize that it has a profound effect on the valuation of a startup. Just the fact that you are in a startup incubator, and I will often ask startup founders, what is the value of your company? What do you think your company is worth right now? Considering that for many of you, you're at very, very early stage. You don't even have an MVP. You don't have a product or a service. You maybe just have an idea. And I found that almost always they undervalue their business. And so it's really important to look at the data. And this slide that you're looking at behind me is the data of 5,000 startups, 5,000 startups who've been accepted into an incubator, a startup incubator, and then their company is valued. And so this is actual rigorous data. And if you look at the early stage startups, the pre-seed startups, and pre-seed startups, typically they only raise money from the 3 F's, friends, family, and the only other F that gives you money, fools, at idea stage. But typically at pre-seed idea stage, where you have just an idea that you're developing, you have typically no functional prototype or MVP, and but you have been accepted into a startup incubator. Typically, you're raising less than $500,000, obviously. The typical valuation of that startup is between $1 and $3 million. And that's without a prototype. So when you do get to the point where you have a functional prototype and you are doing all the things associated with going through a startup incubator, your typical valuation bumps all the way up from $3 to $10 million. And so most of you are somewhere in this range. By the time you leave the rec, you will be in the seed, in the seed stage of the idea development. Some of you will be on the high end and some on the lower end, but all of you will be somewhere in there. So that I think that's important for us to realize what the companies are actually worth, and then you can see as you go along with the idea development between from Series A, Series B, and then finally to the initial public offering. Most post-IPO market cap valuations are around $500 million. So that says a lot. I have a lot of former students who are in the Series A realm, raising Series A funds, and then some of the other startups that you'll get a chance to meet. The mentors are in Series B stage growth. All right, so we've had a lot of success in this last year that we've been an incubator. Our startups, all of you are doing amazing. We have people placing in competitions, winning competitions. We have our partners making waves. Some of the amazing partnerships we have. We've gotten a lot of attention recently from San Diego Business Journal. Our student founders, whether they are the dual enrollment high school students like Raj or like Brett and the rest of IQ or whether they are from some of the startups that are also enrolled at SDSU simultaneously, like the Till app. All of you are doing amazing. This was from last month when when Till was highlighted in Los Angeles Times. And then also our partners are doing amazingly well, and former students. Giacomo, a former student and one of the rec mentors, was just voted best pizza in San Diego. And one other thing I did want to share with you, some of the other former students I told you are doing really well. Korsky, Ryan Vancher is one of the mentors, and he was actually one of the first mentors that we ever had at the rec, one of the first advisors. He's a former student. So is Luke Sofinas and Ryan Vancher. They started Korsky. It's now been 6 years since they started, and they are in their Series B fundraising. Their company was just valued at $40 million, and they just raised $9 million in the Series B round. So I say this because I want you to know that it's possible. It's beyond possible. It's expected. Your companies were chosen for a reason, and we picked the best of the best to go through the incubator, and so we see something in you and your startup, and we know that you can do big things. We know that you can go places, and so we're excited to help you get there. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you get to the next stage and the next stage, and turn your idea into a high growth startup. So moving on, I wanted to tell you a little bit about me too. So most of you know, but some of you don't. I am also a educator at San Diego State University. I'm the director of the program here at Miramar, and I've been winning a lot of awards this last year because of the rec, and a lot of it, most of it, all of it, due to you. All of you are amazing, and you make me look good, so thank you. I am particularly proud of I'm proud of all of these awards, but I'm particularly proud of the Woman of the Year award for helping to empower other women, and because of our focus on the diversity, equity, and inclusion at the rec. And then I'm also really proud of this award where I was named as most influential faculty member at SDSU by one of my students was the one who really made that possible, and she's amazing. She had the highest GPA of all the students at SDSU. So we're here to make sure that your ideas will be scalable, that you're starting gazelles, not mice. And a Gazelle is a company that has $1 million plus in sales, 20% annual growth rate per year for the first 4 years. A Gazelle is very unique in that it is a company that solves a problem in a way that nobody else is really solving that problem, and it's a significant problem. So the ideas that you brought forth and that you submitted, we see value in those ideas. Some of them will need some work. You'll need to pivot, and that's expected. If you think that you have it all figured out, please just go somewhere else. This isn't the program for you. We listen to our customers. We pivot. We are agile so that we can start those big companies. We want to make sure that all of you really get to know your customers really, really, really well. We do that through customer discovery. We want to make sure that you take advantage of some of the trends that are there happening right now, because those are the businesses that will do very well. So we do show you how to use augmented reality, virtual reality, other tools that could help you to kind of get to that next phase, that next stage in the growth. And then I really want you to be grateful that you're small right now, and know that we like that you're small right now, because companies that can start small are the ones that grow very big. So you want to have a way to start small. You want to have a way to start with little to no money. I'm in the way here. Little to no money. So let me see if I can move myself out of yeah, there we go. Little no money. That's important, right? And those are the companies that do very well. So over the course of the semester, you will be working on your startup. You'll be working on you see this stool a lot. It's the critical startup factors, the business operations, the digital marketing, and your offering, your product, your service, your technology, what you're selling. And we spend so long talking about this because you need to understand that the stool needs to be built at the same level, right? Or each of the three legs sort of are developed simultaneously, or else you have a stool that falls over, right? So you need to be working on your operations, your marketing, and your tech simultaneously. And we're going to be doing that through the Canvas system, and no matter where you're coming in, if you're coming in as a new student, as a returning student, or as a dual enrollment high school student, no matter what, you're going to be working on these three critical startup factors, and there's other topics that we work on every semester, and then there are unique topics on top of that, or outcomes on top of that. Also, this is the first semester that we will be awarding digital badges as you move along, and so these digital badges are they are essentially like a certificate showing that you've learned a particular skill, and they are accepted across industries, and so you can use it for on LinkedIn, on everything, to show that you have actually acquired those skills, and they will last forever. So for the digital marketing, all of us are working on this, no matter what year you are, no matter what semester you are. And the digital marketing is so important, so important. You can get started on this if you'd like, even right away. But we're expecting all of you to be building up your marketing campaigns, focusing on your engagement, focusing on getting that awareness out there of your startup. We expect that all of you will be creating custom content. Many of you will be doing video podcasts this semester. You'll be making professional quality commercials. You will be expected to share at least 3 posts per week. That's minimum on your marketing channels. We also expect that you engage in all of the responses. When somebody says anything on your marketing platform, you engage with them. And we'll go through the rest of the details in orientation, but just kind of breezing over the rest of these, you will also be working on your operating systems, creating your marketing manuals, your operations manuals, your org charts, all of the things that companies need to be real companies. And then you'll be tracking your KPIs as part of it, your key performance indicators, and sharing the metrics. And then you'll also be working on your offering. And when you're working on your offering, just so you know, you will be listening to your customer, right? Building it, designing it based on what the customer says, not based on what I want or you want or anyone else wants. Okay. And those topics the other topics that we continuously are working on in the semester: pitches. Everybody needs to be able to pitch well. And so we'll work on our pitch decks, our elevator pitches. You'll also be working with your mentors, meeting your attorneys, recruiting, learning how to train, how to hire staff. We'll show you how we're going to be doing that this semester in orientation on the first day of class. Many other things. I'll let you go through this. I'm going to share this PowerPoint with you, but we'll go through the details at orientation. I wanted to just and then also the details of what's covered in each of the semesters. So the first semester is really getting systems going, and building and testing those marketing channels. And then as you are developing the business, we expect that you would dive deeper into it and actually test. Once you have those channels established, test those channels. Test to ensure that people will pay. How much will they pay? All of your assumptions need to be validated and supported with evidence and research. And then as you go on, your financial projections, your TAM, SAM, SOM you'll be developing, and then finally just ensuring that you do have product market fit. I also encourage you all, since this is the summer, it's intersession, it's not a true 3-unit class, take this as a chance to kind of get started. I encourage you all, take a refresher course. There's a 129 course, which is a Fundamentals of Entrepreneurship, totally asynchronous, meaning that you don't have to meet any day of the week. It's all online. It's virtual. Swati and I will both be teaching it together. Swati Singh is the professor. Sign up for it. If it's full, just sign up for the waiting list, and then if I get enough people who want to take it, I'll add another section of it. Use the resources available. Meet with your team on Wednesdays. Meet with our team as well on Wednesdays during the lab hours. I'm going to show you how to do that through the Rec Connect platform. And let me go here. And so, like I said, we'll be working on our pitches over the course of the semester. I'll go through and show you a little bit more about these pitches, about the content of the curriculum. And one thing I'll say as well, watch the videos that we have. Take advantage of the resources. There's a couple of videos that are worth seeing here. If you click on these two pictures, if you click on this link right here where it says access the rec resources, it won't work on mine the way that I have it set up right now, but it'll take you actually to our internal intranet, and you can take a look at those resources and see see what we have. And one of the things that people say is a little bit overwhelming is the amount, the sheer volume of resources. And so you might feel like I have to do it all or I'm going to miss out. We expect you to be here for 4 semesters, and so you have some time, but at the same time, you do want to take advantage of those resources while you are here. And remember, we are community business incubator, meaning that anybody in the community is welcome to apply. We focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion, helping people solve problems by launching these high growth startups, and we've been really effective at doing that. We've been able to provide about $67,000 worth of resources to each of you each semester, and that's in the form of legal meetings, videos that you get to make. We have crowdfunding opportunities. We have actual funding opportunities, and hopefully I'll be able to administer some of the grants over the summer, if not in the semester after that. But there's so many amazing resources that you get. Take advantage of them. And they're listed out here, as you see. Over the summer, you'll be able to actually use some of the things like the heat press machine and the Cricut, the laser cutter machine. I have 6 of those. I have cameras and laptops for all of you. I have all sorts of things for you. So we'll get those out to all of you, and we'll figure out the details of checking those out. So new students meeting Tuesdays 3 o'clock, returning students Thursdays 3 o'clock, high school new students meeting Tuesdays from 1 to 3 p.m. So that's the new high school students. Returning, just come with the returning students. If you have any issues with the class times, tell me right away so that I can figure something out, because we've got to get you, everybody needs to come to the, everybody needs to come to the class times, and so we need to figure it out. If something's going on and it doesn't work for you, we'll figure it out, but let me know sooner than later. Tech issues here. Oh, lab hours. We also meet every single Wednesday during lab hours, and those lab hours are it's required that you come for at least an hour, but you can choose the hour that you come. This is our sort of networking hour, when all of the mentors are here, when all of the other student founders are here, when I'm here, when the rest of the team is here, and you can ask questions. But this semester I ask that you schedule meetings with me one-on-one if you do have questions for me and in advance, and that way I can go into the different breakout rooms with you based on the meeting time that we have scheduled. You must schedule the meeting through the Rec Connect platform, or else you don't I won't meet with you. You won't get credit for that meeting. We need to get it through that platform. The link is here. And And this is also how you'll be scheduling your mentor meetings. You need to have at least 4 mentor meetings over the course of the semester. Also do those on your Wednesdays during lab hours, and you can book those in Calendly as well. And we'll be going through that in orientation, a little bit more about that. But you can sign up right now for the Rec Connect. Here are the steps. I will share this with you, and you can just follow through them. Sign up, create your Calendly account. You can even schedule your appointments already if you'd like. Take a look at the mentor manual, read through it. We have a lot of amazing mentors in this program, and so this would be a really good time to kind of figure out what it is that you're going to need from a mentor, and then go to the Rec Connect go back to that Rec Connect platform and check them out, check out their profiles. You can also reach out to them in LinkedIn. We use LinkedIn quite a bit. We are building the virtual reality lab right now. It won't be done probably until, well, hopefully it'll be done by the next semester, but you will have opportunities to use the lab equipment in the meantime, and I'm working on getting everything so you can check it all out and take it home with you. And take advantage of our social media reach. We've done a lot to build out that social media reach, so connect with us on our LinkedIn, on our different platforms, so that you can then get the benefits of that reach. Sign up for the workshops now if you can. Sooner is better than later. You're required to go to 7 workshops over the course of the semester. Only 4 of those workshops you actually have to go to. You can watch 3 of the workshops just recorded, but we're scheduling them all the time. We have at least 2 workshops every week. You know, obviously you don't have to go to every single workshop. That would be insane, but you can if you want. I've had some of the students have done that before, and I go to all of them. So sign up now. There's so many amazing workshops. This one's going to be really good with Steve Quiss. He's a news reporter for KUSI. He's also our media person here at the Rec, and he is going to be showing you all how to take advantage of the press to get free media mentions. We have a lot of amazing workshops now recorded. There's over 140 workshops that we've hosted so far. Amazing topics. Go back and look at them if you have any. I hate being in the way here, but if you have if you have some time over the summer, take a look at some of those workshops, and then know that those are all our mentors. So you can reach out to those people and connect with them. Connect over the Rec Connect platform and LinkedIn. Here's some of our partners, amazing partners. And this is our weekly schedule. So Tuesdays, class meetings, or returning students, they do Thursday. Class meeting on Tuesday. You can get started right now with your LinkedIn assignment. I put the link there. Your lab hours are on Wednesdays. I put instructions about lab hours there so that you can learn a little bit more. And then on Fridays, we have our virtual accountability check-ins. They're virtual, so basically you're just practicing your elevator pitch, and you are putting it out there for everybody to kind of see what you're doing, and you can ask your fellow Rec student founders to support you, and they will. It's a very supportive community that we're in. And I'm just looking forward to meeting all of you. This is orientation. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm here for you. The whole team is here for you. This is the team. Those are their email addresses. But if you want to schedule an appointment with them, you can start scheduling right now through the Rec Connect platform. And that's that. I suppose I will see you all soon. I'm really excited. I know that the companies that are coming into the Rec, there's some real potential there. And maybe in another 4 years, 5 years, yours is going to be the next $40 million company. Yeah. We shall see. We shall see which of them. I have a feeling it's going to be a large portion of them. But anyways, I'll let you go. I will see you all soon. Nice to virtually meet you. Take care, everybody. Bye.